Hey, it's guys in doing a rough draft of the Horsemanship Spacecraft deck. So, before I get started, I wanted to let you guys know that I don't have this card in my possession just yet. It's on its way to get to me. It may take a bit because it's coming from overseas, but I do have this on the way. So, and then this may be another card that I may try to put in the deck. Not for sure, but it's a possibility. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So the commander is Kenrith. It's one that I've used quite a bit for my horsemanship decks. So, yeah. So, nothing too crazy with him, but yeah. So, basically, essentially all kind of a good portion of the horsemanship stuff is in here. So, most of these just have horsemanship and kind of like a meh effect. This one, basically when you deal damage to your opponent, you rip a card out of their hand or they discard a card out random, something like that. So that's like kind of the only really partially decent one, other than Sun Quan. So, but yeah, this gives +4/+4 to a target creature until end of turn. So, but yeah, most of them usually just have horsemanship, and then when he enters, you lose 3 life. So, but yeah, these two can't block. That's the downside to them. But yeah, most of the other stuff is just kind of nothing too crazy, just being unblockable. So he has haste. I think you can discard a black card and then add this back from your guard to your hand, I believe is what he does. So, or something like that. So, and then him, and where's the other one? Yeah. So one boosts the toughness for blocking creatures, and then one boosts the toughness or power for attacking creatures. So one does one thing, and then one does the other thing. So I forget which one's which, but yeah. So that's another thing with those. Riding the horse, and the yeah, riding right here. I forgot that I had that in English. I thought it was foreign for a second. So this can help search out your legendaries for horsemanship or any of the other ones that you have in the deck. Extra turn. There's only just one of those cards in the deck. So rolling earthquake, horsemanship, and then that's basically it for that. And then now for the spacecrafts. So I don't run a big amount of spacecrafts in here, but I do run some decent ones. So this is another way that I can help search out your legendaries. And then also make sure tapped legendaries have indestructible. So that's also kind of nice too in a way. So, and then this one where it attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto a battlefield. So it's another way to bring out a big cost horsemanship card and have on the field. So, and then this taps for 3 colorless, and then it taps for mana. So nothing too crazy with this, but it can be kind of decent to help cast more things. So that's basically that whole portion. But now for the rest of the stuff. So just going some generic things: Thought Vessel, Murder Strider. This probably might be taken out for the Dawn Sire. So, but we'll see. And I don't know if I showed you guys the Dawn Sayer, but the 10 ability, where you attack with a creature, it deals hard damage to a target creature. So if you have something like Woodcried Siege, then that ability would trigger twice. So it's not bad to use your tackling unblockable dudes. So that's not really gonna matter. But gamers like a big threat that someone else could, then attack them and be able to handle. So it's interesting to say at least for the plan behind this deck, but I think it'd be pretty fun though. So, and then you can also cast historic spells, lands, and artifacts basically, or sagas basically. So it's pretty good for that. First Seek and Explorer. These were the two that I felt comfortable running for lower ramp basically. So you can search for plains, swamp, island, or mountain, and then you just get to play additional land where you play this. So as well as draw a card. So nothing too crazy, but yeah. Sheltered by Ghost, because I have where is he? Where's the horse? There he is. Guardian Summer, and then Crested Summer. So had to put those in because I also have a third in the deck too. So Caster's Crusade, Commander Sphere, and Arcane Signet. Goda. So this horse is also pretty good too for a 5-color deck, because you basically tap a creature with power 1 or greater, and then where you attack with Goda, he makes a treasure dragon. So you basically get more lands or more mana to use off of him. So he's pretty good. So Jumbo Cactar had to throw it in just for some silly shenanigans. Triumph of the Hordes. This gives my humans +2/+2. As long as I have 4 more humans. So legendary spells cost 2 less to cast. For the first one anyway. So it's not bad. Rewrite Dawn, so they have Convoke. Soul Ring, Demonic Tutor, Thorny Nightmare, Mari's Wake, and then Elspeth. So yeah. So that's kind of basically it for all the creatures and all that fun stuff. So now for the lands. So Reflecting Pool, Flood Strand, Cavern Souls, Ancient Tomb. I had to throw this in here because it's really quite good. All the fetch lands, basically, Marsh Flats. This, I don't know if you guys can see that. So there's a Crested Summer or Guardian Summer, whichever one they want to classify that as, in the portal. So I thought that was really quite cool. And I didn't notice that until it popped up in on Scryfall under like horse arts. So like, oh, that's pretty cool. So Goddess Shrine, more tri-lands, more fetch lands, another way that my spells can't be countered, for 1 spell anyway. More shock lands, more tri-color lands. So just good mana fixing for a 5-color deck. So passive ancestry, which works actually pretty well with having Kinrith, because the errata for the horsemanship cards are actually like human soldiers. So that works pretty well because I get a scry off that. So, but yeah. So Orchard, Bloodstained Mire, Wildcard Tower, Command Tower. So, and then one of each plane or basic land other than swamp. So, but yeah. So that's kind of basically it for the deck. So I'll be trying this soon in the future. I don't know exactly when. It may be this Friday night. I might try to give it a go, but I'll just have to see. I may end up doing my Crazy Mono White deck that I've been playing. So because I don't have the Dawn Sire yet, so and I kind of want to fully test this whenever I have that. So but I'll see. So. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll sure. Alright, like it is.